Okay, so last week we built a food chain, and you were supposed to make a copy of one of the ecosystems to make your own food chain. Now, today, what I want you to do is add the rest of your organisms in to make it a food web, because this is all about mapping the flow of energy through an ecosystem. And really, a food web gives us a more realistic picture of what the flow of energy through an ecosystem looks like. So, we discussed last week how our sun is the ultimate source of energy, and it gives energy directly to producers. And we know producers are plants. So, I know I have a couple more plants here. I have twigs and I have leaves. Okay. If you're not sure, remember you can zoom in by clicking on the corner and taking a closer look. So, I'm going to draw an arrow to my twigs and to my leaves. Remember, the arrow shows the way the energy flows. So the energy is flowing to the producer. Now let's take a look over here. I have a giraffe. If I look, I can see that he consumes leaves and twigs. So this type of consumer eats only plants. He is an herbivore. So I'm going to place him there. And since he consumes leaves and twigs, I'm going to draw an arrow from twigs way over here. They're giving their energy to the giraffe. Remember, it's like if the giraffe were to open its mouth, you're going to draw the arrow so that the twig is going into his mouth. Okay, and then we have leaves. Draw an arrow showing their energy going to him as well. Okay, I have one more organism here that I can add in. And last week we already decided there's no omnivore in my pictures here. So if we look, we can see that we do have a carnivore here because he eats impala, which are like deer, zebra, and baboons. So since he eats only animals, I know he's a carnivore. So he's going to go here with the lion. But something interesting that you can see here is that the lion is a predator of the cheetah. So the cheetah is going to get his energy from the zebra, but he's also going to be giving energy to our lion. Okay. And then, oh, I almost forgot. Lions consume giraffes as well. So he's getting his energy from the giraffe too. Okay. And then remember that our decomposer, we're only doing one arrow from each section, from the producers, from the herbivores, and from the carnivores, because we don't want a bunch of arrows making everything messy. So one arrow from each section is just fine. And that way we know any producers, herbivores, or carnivores, or even omnivores, if you have those in your food web, if they die, the fungi, the decomposer, can break him down to use for energy. So now you're going to go back to your food chain that you made, and I will show you how. If you go just to Google, where you can see, I call these guys up here your tater tots, you go here, you click on your Jamboard, and it should open up all the files that you have here. You can see I have a bunch turned in for this other students. So just go to Google and go to your Jamboard. And remember, you should have already shared that with me last week. If you did not do this, you need to go back to Friday's assignment, create your food chain, and share it with me, because this is part of a larger project that is for a grade.